turning zone, and we are underway.
Watson going to take control on the outside. That's going to put Shrek and Goss in second. Dennis Longer's going to make his move on the outside. He's going to try and get himself into third.
Joel Watson will lead the field off turn number 4 for the first time. He'll lead lap number 1. Goss rolls back into the number 2 spot, but Hunter side by side for third.
Joel Watson leading us early on in this one. Kyle Goss holding his own, sitting in second. Holding on, the legend of this area, Dennis Lunger. Dennis Lunger working hard to get by Goss. Not having any luck so far. It is still Joel Watson early. Don't look now, but Ruhlman, who started this race at 8th, after a couple laps, has himself up to 5th. He's going to work that middle through to the top side. He's going to fall behind Lunger as the top 5 will start to check out.
Joe Watson starting to dance away with the race lead. Goss has second. Lunger and Brightman go side by side for third, as it is now Lunger on the inside with Ruhlman lurking in the tire tracks back through 1 and 2.
Joel Watson all by himself. Kyle Goss really having a good run in that 29X. He's looking for a career best finish right now. And Brightman and Lunger door to door, wheel to wheel. Lunger with the upper hand coming out of 4.
Lunger and Brightman have been doing battle since this green flag dropped, and Lunger's finally able to get past the 16 of Brightman, and now Ruhlman and Wyatt Scott are going to work on Brightman as well.
Joel Watson talked to him before the beginning of tonight's events. He said, I really don't know what to expect when we go out there. Well, I bet he is happy with what has unfolded thus far. Fastest car on the track right now and continuing to pull the way down the back straightaway.
Joel Watson here in a lap or 2 will be approaching lap traffic. Brian Johnson and Jay Irwin will be first on his list. Kyle Goss still holding off that 71L of Dennis Lunger, has a comfortable lead over Lunger for second. Like I said, Kyle Goss looking for a career best finish here tonight.
Right. And Ruhlman gets a little to the outside. That's going to allow Scott to pull to the inside of Ruhlman. Ruhlman will recover. He'll hit the middle of the racetrack here. And now Scott and Ruhlman will go side by side into turn number 1. Ruhlman up top, Scott down low.
That battle on the track is for 5th. Ruhlman stays on the high side. Scott trying to work underneath him, but Ruhlman will clear Scott down the back straightaway and set his sights on the back bumper of Brightman. He'll climb the ladder again through 3 and 4.
Scott and Brian.
Oh, trouble turn 3. We got one car that has gone around.
3 and 4. That is
16L of Colton Longwell. Flag goes back in the air. Joel Watson gets a great launch, leads the field down the front straightaway. Dennis Lunger hard charging, trying to take away the number 2 spot.
Joel Watson leads us out of 2. Dennis Lunger makes Kyle Goss look like he's sitting still. Here comes Dennis Lunger. Working into 3 and 4. Dennis Lunger running that middle to high groove. No surprise there. He loves it up there. Here comes Dennis Lunger in the 71L. Does he have something for Watson?
Watson drifts up high. He blocks Lunger any kind of run he would have. Lunger's going to try and dime in the corner this time. Get another kind of run. He will get good corner exit speed as they head into turns 3 and 4.
Joel Watson is dealing with something that he hasn't dealt with in this feature at all tonight. He has got company out the back door and a lot of it. Dennis Lunger all over his back bumper. Through 1 and 2 they go.
Joel Watson's leader comfortably leading Jay Irwin as he calls it quits on the evening. So it is Watson, Lunger, Goss, Scott, Brightman, your top 5. David Scott peeking outside of the top 5 into Brian Ruhlman. Brian was battling with Wyatt, now he's battling with Dad.
Slow ride. David Scott working the middle to high groove here in turn 1 and 2. He'll try and get a run. Ruhlman's going to work up high, and that's going to make Scott get on the binders as he'll go back to the inside in turn 3 and 4. But up front, it's all Watson all day. Trouble over there in turn number 1 and 2.
Ooh.
I can't tell what number it
They
is.
head off of turn number 4. Green flag goes back in the air. It is Watson who's got the race lead side by side for second between Goss and Lunger.
So Joel Watson leading us out of 2. Kyle Goss battling back to the 71L of Dennis Lunger. Wyatt Scott right there as well. Does Wyatt Scott have something for Goss? Scott peeking his nose underneath Goss out of 4 at the line. It is still Kyle Goss over Wyatt Scott.
It is still Goss is correct, but Scott trying to move Goss up the track in trouble. A big melee over there in turns 1 and 2 as there is cars everywhere.
Brian Ruhlman in that.
And And that's going to bring out a red flag, I would assume, because there's just absolutely nowhere to go for these UMP modifieds to get
between the two cones, position at the bottom of turn 4. Green flag goes back in the air. Joe Watson again hammers down first, and again another side-by-side battle for second between Lunger and Streckengoss through 1 and 2.
Streckengoss going to try and work to the inside of Lunger. While that's happening, slow right, David Scott's going to keep working the outside. Scott's now going to work to the back of the 29 of Streckengoss. They'll go into 3-4. Streckengoss on the bottom, Scott on the outside.
Streckengoss pulls up to the inside of Lunger off turn 4. All for naught. Couldn't get the power down to stay with them down the front straightaway. And Joe Watson again starting to blast away with the race lead. He has opened it up to about 4, maybe 5 car lengths through 3 and 4.
As there is 4 laps remaining in this one for Joe Watson getting going on. Brian Johnson has pulled it into the infield. He calls it quits for tonight. David Scott has comfortably passed Wyatt Scott now. He's got eyes on the 29X and Kyle Streckengoss.
Up front, nothing to see as Joel Watson and Dennis Lunger are starting to pull away from this field. But the battle is on for 4th as Scott, father and son, go side by side with Troy Johnson, the point leader, right behind.
Wyatt Scott on the inside, David Scott up top. David has the advantage as they enter turn 3. He'll ride the middle groove. Wyatt dials up the low line. They'll go wheel to wheel down the front straightaway.
Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go for Joel Watson. It is a comfortable lead over Dennis Lunger as they roll down the back chute into 3 and 4. White flag going to come out of 4.
Final time around here at the Stateline Speedway tonight. Lunger seems like he's catching the 92, but it also seems like he's going to run out of time.
Off of turn number 2 and down the New York back straightaway for the final time tonight. It is all Joel Watson coming to the checkered flag.
Rolling out of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Joel Watson gets it done at Stateline. Dennis Lunger second. Kyle Streckengoss third. David Scott fourth. Wyatt Scott rounds out the top 5 with Troy Johnson just outside looking in. And Nate Rudy is going to go down and get a word with your winner, Joel Watson. Well, that wraps up the action tonight, Jeremy. What a night here tonight at Stateline.
Yeah, fantastic racing.
Here he comes, race fan, hopping out of the car now. Give it up for the 92 of Joel Watson. Joel, congratulations on the victory, first and foremost. Talked to you a little bit before the racing action started tonight, and you said it's kind of a crapshoot. Always a little bit of a guessing game when you come here. You kind of have to throw a little bit of something different at the track because you really don't know what to expect. But I got to ask, how'd you like the car tonight?
Man, this thing's been really good the last couple nights of racing. We've been working on it so hard for a while, and we've been good and then kind of missed it and then been good again. But right now it's been really working good and just complimenting everything we want it to do, so can't ask for much more than that. And this track's really tough. Anytime we come here, the competition's good and the surface is tough, and just everything's got to go your way, you know. Tonight it did, I think.
Restart after restart, you were able to pull away from Lunger that was riding behind you. I have to know, how do you stay focused through all those cautions, especially the ones that were at the end of that one?
Yeah, I didn't know I was pulling away. I was racing like I could hear him out there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I wasn't going to leave anything on the table. I felt like the car was fast, and I really wasn't probably going as fast as it could go, but when you're leading, you just set a good pace and keep that going.
A lot of work goes into making these cars go fast. Who do you want to thank on your ride?
Man, I got to thank first all the guys that work on it. Derek Butch, Jason Walker, I'm going to forget a bunch of guys, James, damn it, Greg, and all the guys, and then all the sponsors on the car, obviously Close Racing Supply, Northwest Restorations, S&W Auto Service, Zimmer's Auto Center, the Lodge at the Lake, JDS Penske shocks, 955 Automotive on the engines, Port George Financial Services, Custom Automation Machine, and there might be a couple more. Sorry if I missed them.
Well, a big win here at Stateline Speedway for you tonight. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
One more time for the 92 of Joel Watson.